Welcome back to M Hood Fishing, everybody. It is almost 4 a.m. in the morning, so pretty calm right now. That's not going to be the case later today. The wind is going to come up. I bet this river is real dirty though. You can't see anything. I'll show you what we can see here. As you can see, we're in an anchorage. There's the closest ship. There's one way down there. Look at this tree right here. This downfall here. That tree up there, can you see it? There's a tree right there. Got the root ball of that downfall right there. As you can see, the river is really close in here. So it is at 9 foot something, just under 10 feet, right? This is a fishable spot up to 10 feet. Once you get to 11, you're too far back here into the woods. So yeah, in another week, we won't be able to fish this spot. We're going to start off with a small piece of gill this morning on a 6/0 octopus hook, and this is 50-pound test. That's my leader to my swivel, my bead, and then my sinker slide, and my lead is a 4-ounce. Probably should have brought 6, maybe, is what I'm thinking. I'm going to say later. We got 80-pound braid for the main line, and this is one of my 10-foot. I have a lot of these, it seems. 10-foot beef stick by Daiwa, one of my favorite rods for what we're doing for catfish. Maybe you're wondering why I've chosen this spot between all these trees here rather than this spot that seems wide open. Well, where I'm standing right up at the water, I'm on dry land, whereas over there we'd have to set up on wet land that is slippery, and right in there is real shallow. Not so much the case there. It goes down right there. Not super deep, but good enough to land fish and let them go. Only problem is where you see the lights reflecting, I'm pointing the rod right at it. About maybe 15-20 feet over that way, there's an extension of a branch going out into the water. Could be an issue. Could get a fish wrapped around that. We might just throw here and go, yeah, this is bad. But for the moment, we're going with the difficult spot because it might be the best spot. I just hope that I can cast correctly here. Awesome. I know you're not seeing much because it's dark, but see, there's no wind. That's why this spot is not that big of a pain in the butt. If it was really windy, there's a good chance that the wind would have took the slack of my line as my bait's flying through the air and put it in either one of these trees. That's probably going to be the case later today. And we're probably going to have issues with this branch because the current is already taking my 4 ounces of lead to the right downriver. Ooh, I might already have an issue here. I'm trying to put my rod in the sand spike, and look at this. Can you see it? Look at that tension that I have built on my tip. It's not from a fish, it's straight current. We're not necessarily in a crest. River's not like flatlining at the depth that it's at, and that 9 foot something, just under 10 feet, that's coming from the Carrollton gauge just upriver in New Orleans from us. So what the river is doing is a bunch of yo-yo stuff, and then it's predicted to do a climb up to 10 something, almost 11 feet. Well, that's not anywhere near us right now, that climb. So it's going to be like that. It's dirty, it's cold. This might not come to anything. However, it might come to something. The reason why I say it may not come to anything is because this is late February, early March. Though you're seeing this in March, I'm a little ahead of myself right now. We're at the back end of February. We're about to turn into March. Little early for cats to be going crazy doing their pre-spawn feed up. River's still probably too cold for them to get triggered into that. However, they could be feeding. This is not a shallow hole that we're in. We're in a pretty good deep hole in this anchorage right now. that current is just ripping through there. At first I was worried that I had a pivot point when I saw that tension just build and keep, and we still have that tension. However, usually when you get stuck on a pivot point, you know, like your line is on something and line is here, bait is way out here, and it's doing this, there would be a lot of vibration on this rod, on the rod tip, on the line. I don't feel that. All right, I have not been out very long, maybe 20 minutes. The only thing that I've seen has nothing to do with the rod. There's been an otter going back and forth in front of us. It's done like about 15 passes. I'm wondering if I am encroaching on his territory. Hopefully he doesn't have a den real close. He's acting territorial. I just brought it back in successfully. Almost snagged it on that branch out there. The point of this clip is this. Expect a lot of this early on, because the river was so low for so long. A lot of grass grew up. Winter came, killed the grass. River rises, takes the dead grass all the way down river to find my line and probably yours. Eventually this can be an issue, especially when it covers the bait like that. That wasn't too bad, but we'll probably see worse. Let's move spots. Second spot is actually real close to the first spot. It's the spot I didn't want to cast from, but I don't have the obstacles. I'm not as far out as I was at the first spot, but look at that. That's my lead drifting. Oh, yes, that's a legit bite right there, isn't it? You guys see that? I had to ask myself before I turned the camera on, is this a legit bite? We're just gonna let them keep going. Oh, are you hooked up? You might be. Let's see. This is an octopus, so I can do this. Yes. Let's tighten that drag a little bit. I'm surprised. It took a long time. About maybe 45 minutes of nothing. I thought we were going to be walking away like that with nothing. Well, I'm kind of glad that I switched spots. It's only about 20 feet away from the first spot, but at least this time we don't have to contend with anything that's visible that's going to cause an issue with bringing this fish in. I say that, and then all of a sudden we hit a brick wall. There's a drop off. That's what we just hit. We have to bring this fish. Oh, I may have spoke too soon. Oh, he's still with us. I feel him pulling. We're just really far back. I have landed big fish here at this level. I don't know what we're going to do, guys. I have to try to reorientate our angle a little bit. Oh, I don't know. We're just gonna have to let him figure it out for himself. Are you still there with me, buddy? Oh man, it's the line might be on something, or he's gone up underneath something. Let me tell you, this water is cold. I've got sport sandals on, so I can feel it. It is cold. And we are screwed. Oh, we still got this fish with us. We're gonna have to, yeah. He's still fighting pretty good. I just don't know what the issue is. There we go. Got him up over it. Let's get my feet out of this cold water. Feels like I'm trout fishing in a mountain stream. That's what it feels like, cold water. It doesn't feel as big now, this fish, but let me tell you, it's a fish. I hope it's a fish. I mean, what else could it be? A mermaid. Oh, look at that. It's not a mermaid. That is a fat channel cat is what that is. That's a really decent channel cat. I'm not keeping fish this morning. But yeah, you're right. A fish is a fish. Oh, the fish is gone. Just now after 6. Sunrise is at 6:27. Only one bite so far, resulting in one fish. Well, yeah, it could have been worse. It is what it is, guys, and that's it for me. Thanks for watching, liking, sharing, and subscribing, and I'll see you next time.